Hi, my name is Adithya Kammati and this is my EDX username Adi-gitX. This is my final project for the CS50 Cybersecurity and I'll be talking about the real world privacy incident, the Lemonade driver's license data exposure, which, which is both recent and highly relevant to the topics we have learned in this course. In this project, I'll be explaining what exactly happened in the Lemonade data leak, how the system failed to protect the user data, with the consequences it led to, and how it connects to what we have studied in the CS50. And I will also share what could have been done better to avoid this situation. The introduction to the incident. This is a very serious privacy incident that involved Lemonade, a tech based insurance company. The issue was discovered recently, so it fails. Uh, well, within the last 2 years, it clearly connects the core of cybersecurity, CS50 concept like preserving privacy, securing data, and building safer software systems. The data exposure. Over 190,000 driver license numbers were exposed through the Lemonade car insurance quote tool. Basically, anyone could enter a name and address and get back a valid driver's license number without logging in or providing any other way of secure login. This is a very big problem for user privacy. The vulnerability details. The system couldn't recognize a login, couldn't have a captcha to stop the bots to get into the system, and it didn't limit to how many it could have been accessed. This made it very easy for the attackers to run scripts and pull massive amounts of data without being blocked or even being noticed. Let us talk about the affected individuals. The worst part, most of the people affected were not even the Lemonade customers. The information came from third party data sources like LexisNexis, and it was stored in the Lemonade system. Without proper protection, this major red flag when it comes to data handling and responsibility. The consequences of the breach. The victims faced very serious consequences. Some had identity stolen, and others saw fake loan applications in their names. And one person even reported that the recruitment account has been accessed. And even the driver license numbers are long term IDs, so they are not even easy to change. So the impact is very long lasting. Discovery of the issue. A security researcher first found the issue and reported it, and later Wired magazine wrote an article about it, which brought it to the public attention. A Lemonade only admitted the problem after the proof was shown. The delay made things even worse from a trust and accountable perspective. Security failures highlighted. The first thing happened was the data breach happened because of the four main reasons and four main failures. No access control, meaning everyone could access and get data, and no input validations, so bad or fake bots weren't filtered, and no rate limiting, which let bots pull data non-stop, and insecure data storage. Sensitive info was too easy to access. The CS50 cybersecurity connections. This case is perfect example of what we have learned in the CS50. It relates to securing softwares because the application logic was flawed, and preserving privacy because since private data wasn't being protected, and securing the data, which is more important because storing and access rules were very weak in that case, and treat modeling because the company didn't think about anyone getting misuse the code of the tool. So let us talk about how it can be prevented. There are many ways it could have been prevented. They could have added a login requirement or captcha, and they could have masked with a license number plate or a rate limited the tool. They should have been watching the wider traffic networks coming to that website. And also there could have been some basic protections, things that could have covered in this course. And talking about the final thoughts that I have, the Lemonade leak shows how modern tech companies can overlook some important privacy protections. It reminds us how cybersecurity is not just about a fancy tool, but building safe systems from the start. Thanks to CS50, we know how to think and defend and avoid these things like this happen again.